Well, I mean, I want to start off by saying congratulations to Utah State. I thought from the very opening tip, they were the more aggressive team, they were the more physical team, they were the more disciplined team. And I think by the end, we were just barely standing. We just never regrouped. We never got into our system very well, and it finally caught up with us in the fourth quarter, where we really took some bad shots and hard shots, and on the other hand, they were making big play after big play, from threes to offensive rebounds to easy duck ins and rips to the basket. So the game got easier for them, and it just never really got easy for us. So I think that's a real disappointment for our team. I'm disappointed in how I had my team prepared. But I also know that I know our system will work if we just stick with it, and if we just show a little bit more discipline. And as we go through the season, we're going to be a lot better as we step on the floor even tomorrow than we were tonight, and we'll be a lot better in a couple of months running this. But I got to get some buy-in, a little bit more buy-in from my team, as far as believing that if we work the ball a little bit side to side, a little bit more instead of so much one-on-one, that we'll have a better chance of succeeding long term.
All right, so you said that you don't think that you prepared your team well enough. What would you do differently to prepare your team?
Well, I just think they were the more physical team. They really got into us. What can I do? I need to get my practice guys to guard us like they did. They denied us in every cut. They didn't give us easy catches. And I think if there's something about our team, I think our nature is to be a little bit more finesse. We like it when we can pass and cut and move the ball real freely and easily. We play well that way when it's really pretty. I think we play well in that system, and they just weren't going to let us get anything easy like that, and we didn't like it. We didn't respond in the right ways to be effective against that, the way they played us. And again, credit to them, and that's what I mean. We need to practice against, and we need to see that kind of defense and that kind of physicality to, I think, improve a little bit. And I can certainly get my practice guys to do that a little bit more on us and have us a little bit more prepared next time.
Did you expect these results coming with the Utah State competition? Well,
I mean, I have a lot of respect for anyone we play. I think the hard part in taking over a program is, it's a first year from our system, and come back in 4 years when we can run our system for 4 years and things aren't still thinking. When you get players that are running something completely different, it's not going to be the easiest thing. They're not going to be what they are in 2 months. It's every single day they're learning our system, they're learning how we want to play, they're learning how to react the right ways. Jerry's been there a long time, and even though they didn't have a great record last year, he's got a great point guard who's a great leader, and they have tough kids that were real determined in how they were going to play, and they just play to their system great. I mean, they run the same thing that they've run for years and years and years, and we're running everything new this year. So it's going to take some time for us to get better at it. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that we were out-rebounded and we didn't box out. Those are things that we've got to fix immediately. There were some effort plays that I thought they outplayed us on effort-wise, and we've got to fix those immediately. We don't have that much room for error and make those kinds of mistakes. So we can fix some of the effort things, and we can certainly fix the way we want to run offense a little bit better.
All right, in this game, did you see anything that you liked out of the team?
Well, I thought we hung in there pretty good. I didn't think we got great play from anyone other than Bobby. Bobby made a lot of plays. I thought Ula was really good, considering she hasn't been here for 10 days and she just got back from India. But Ula looked really confused in what we wanted to do. I mean, and when we put Ula in, it moved Bobby to different position than she's had to do. So, and we just looked like that. We looked like we were a little confused and not near as sharp and didn't know how to play off of each other. And I think that's reflected in the fact that we have 10 assists and we just didn't move the ball very well. So I love the fact that we let Ula go play for Australia, and I will always let players do that. That's a great thing for her. It doesn't help us. You know, that didn't make us a better team while she's gone for 10 days, but ultimately we can fix some things and we can obviously be better the next time we play and as we go forward.
What do you expect out of St. Mary's?
Just same thing. I mean, they are unbelievably well coached. They have big, strong bodies, bigger, stronger bodies than Utah State, but they'll play just as hard as Utah State. And he has a system that he runs unbelievably well. They believe in it. They will be physical, so we will play another physical team, as will UC Davis and Nebraska. They will all be just a little bit on steroids of what Utah State is. And we didn't handle this very well, and I think Utah State will have a really good year, so I'm not downplaying them at all. They're going to be solid, but I think St. Mary's will be just a little bit stronger and bigger at every position and really skilled players. So we have a long way to go, but I have no doubt whatsoever, and I told the team that we will be better tomorrow than we were today. We can make some choices individually to be better, and we can come in hungry and knowing that it's going to take a lot more effort for us to succeed the next time we play.
All right, and going into the St. Mary's game, what are some of the main improvements besides being more physical that you see?
Well, I just think we've got to believe in our system. I mean, I'm determined to make our kids believe in it, and I think when we watch the film, you're going to see whether it's them getting into us that we over-dribbled, we didn't move the ball well, we didn't cut with the timing that we need. It's a real timing offense, and they disrupted our timing. So that's on two people. That's on the ball handler, and that's on the person cutting. And we just weren't tough enough at that point to get ourselves open. And the ball handler just didn't get the ball in the place that it needed to. So spacing and timing is everything offense, and we just looked like we didn't understand it, and we didn't get the ball in the right places. So our point guard is really good. Chanel is good. She can be better. Lynn is really good, and I think both of those kids struggled tonight to get us into things. But I don't think they had a lot of help in real good structure around them. So we have to fix that, and we will. I have no doubt. We have good players, we have good kids, we have good competitors, and we just have to show up and withstand, you know, the pressure and the physicality of a 40-minute game.
There is a lot of talk about how this team would play defensively, losing some key players like a Nike McClure. What did you see from the team on defense that impressed you or you think could get better?
Well, I thought we made some key mistakes. And, again, Ula showed up yesterday at practice. So we spent time on the offensive end, and she probably didn't even know the scout as well as we wanted to. We made some mistakes in how we schemed and how we wanted to guard. That led to some easy baskets by them. But overall, I mean, this is a team that didn't average near as many points. I think they averaged about 60 points last year, and they scored 72. 72 shouldn't be a number we're afraid of. We need to score more than that. So I think overall, you know, you're not going to hold people down. They've got some nice players that hurt us. Their offensive rebounding hurt us. Again, just their toughness and playing to the strengths of their players. They were good in that area, but I think overall, if we had cleaned up our rebounding a little bit better, it probably would have given us a little bit better chance to hold them off in the fourth quarter. I just think that they made really key plays on their offensive end of the court, and that means we didn't on the defensive end. And, you know, it really comes down to that. It's a play here or there that you can withstand a bad offensive segment, and you need to make the stops when you need them, and we just didn't do it today. But I don't want to always play man. I want to play some zone. I want to do some different things. I just didn't feel like didn't think Ula was ready for that because we just didn't, we hadn't had her in the gym for the last 10 days.